It is ma'am.
It is ma'am.
Oh, how are you, brother?
I'm good. Besides my dog knocking over my tea, and I had to clean up really quickly. That's the reason why I was a little bit late. So.
Oh, one of my dogs, Peter Parker, has been an asshole this whole week, man. He decided just to be a general asshole, and it's the worst time ever because my mom just got the book.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to go out 3 a.m., 4 a.m. He wants to get inside 5 minutes after that. So he doesn't even pee. He doesn't do anything. He just goes out, smells the grass, and comes back. Just he's an asshole.
What a little asshole! Like seriously.
So he's got the fucking shit. But you
I called him. I was like, you little asshole! Why did you knock that over for?
By the way, hey Ash, hey Diego.
Hey Ash,
how are you, man?
He's doing.
Oh, so yeah, I have been having.
Ash is in his secret location, and he can't talk about it. So.
Oh, enjoy the trip, man. Enjoy the trip.
Ash is a secret. He's at MI6 right now, so you don't want to. Yeah, he's part of Mission Impossible. He just doesn't want to tell everybody that. He's like, Hey Diego, what's up, brother? Ashley's got that pin where you dreamt the toxicant from the first movie. he's dripping it down the people.
Oh man. So okay, we are going to talk about Windows.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound so fun, but trust me, there's a lot of interesting shit out there.
Yeah, I saw some of this shit. Yeah, I told you, MI6, they got me, lads. I told him MI6 got him. He's like, dude, I can't. I was like, I can't tell you where I'm at. I was like, dude, I probably know already. So I got the hookup on something sometimes.
Yep. Don't let them scratch your balls.
Yeah.
That scene is damn. I can feel every damn painful second of that scene. You know, the one on Casino Royale?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, directly to the balls, man. Oh. It's hard to watch.
Oh, I know. Here, let me put the stream up too on Twitter, so everybody knows. Shit.
So anyway, did you see the announcement? Windows 11 is coming.
Yeah, even though they said, "Hey, there's not going to be no more generations. You're just going to have Windows 10 forever, and it's just going to be updates." Even though we know we're going to lie to you and say, "Hey, there's going to be a Windows 11, 12, 13, 14, 15." You know.
No, it was well known that this was going to happen, man.
Oh, I knew it was going to happen too.
So. Fuck me. Before all this shit, for a while, I was doing some beta testing for Microsoft. You know, just getting any issue before the release, Okay, normally you have the betas. First, you have an alpha. The alpha, normally, you don't share that much because it's full of bugs. You only need people to give you the general idea of what's fucked up because you are building over the previous build. Then you discard a lot of code and everything. It becomes the beta.
I'm just going to say there's a lot of fucked up shit on Windows 10. So.
Yep.
That code is just more tangled up than a hooker on prom night. So, you know.
No idea. I use Windows 10 3 months before it was in the general public knowledge. It was a bunch of shit, man.
Oh, it is.
I tried to work using the operating system. I could not. You are supposed to use not a production machine or any machine that will cost you money to use the operating system. fucking hell. I tried and it was a bunch of shit. Even Windows 8 was better on the beta.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the Windows 10 7, 8 months after the release, and it was great.
Oh, I will say this, and even I may say a little 95. I think made the three good ones. 95. It was either 90 cross between 95, 98, and then it's XP and 7.
Mhm.
So XP and 7 are the highest tiers they've ever, the best they've ever got. So
Yeah. Okay, for me, let's see. XP is great. It's a fucking amazing operating system for 32 bits. It's just perfect. But then you wanted to go 64. So.
And that's the reason why we got 7. And I don't understand why they didn't do, hey, let's combine 7 and XP together and give everything that everybody loved. No, let's make shit difficult and put 8 out and then make it even worse. And then, hey, we're going to put Windows Millennium Edition out, which is even worse. And then Vista and then 10. Like,
no, Vista was before 7, but
yeah, well, you know what I mean.
You're kind of right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a bunch of fucking egos. First of all, have you ever seen Steve Ballmer saying developers?
Mm-hmm.
It was a meme around my time because it was exactly what they wanted. They wanted a change of attitude on Microsoft and everything, and they wanted to be cool and edgy.
Just make shit that works, dude. We don't want you to be cool and edgy. Just make shit that works and it's reliable. That's all we want.
Exactly. But they didn't want that. They wanted to be cool. They wanted it was the Xbox generation, and everyone they wanted to be Xbox and wanted to be, and you cannot be Microsoft and Xbox at the same time. That's why now the companies run kind of separated in a lot of ways. Because when you want to talk about Xbox, you don't talk about the issues on the operative system. You talk about the box, you talk about the games, you talk about the subscription services, but then you talk about Microsoft and you talk about their Office and you talk about the admin. Sorry, our phone got died. But you start to talk about more importantly. I hate to say that is important, but yeah, the things that you want to say about encryption and security and how many patches you release and the communication services that you apply, how much people you have on. Normally, let's admit that India call center is a reality. This full
I know
reality.
it is. I actually have a friend that's in India that works in a call center, and the shit that he says goes on there is ridiculous.
They don't know shit. There's people that is scamming using other, they get a laptop and they are scamming someone in one laptop while they are working on the call center in the.
Well, here's I don't know if you ever seen the homie on Twitch, that gets all the scammers from India.
Yes. It's hilarious.
And you can hear, and I used to go over there. He still does it. He doesn't do it as much as he used to, but because they were coming after his ass because he trolled them so much because he does all the voices and stuff. And you would hear in the background them going off and talking in their native tongue in the background, just going off a mile a minute, and you hear the guy. Hi, my name is John Smith, and I was like, "So you're an Indian? You're over there in India, and your name is John Smith? Fuck off! Like, really? They give the most widest names on earth, and these people that fall for this shit all the time. Like,
oh man,
or they like, hey, my name is Thomas Jones, like the widest names ever." And we're like, okay, you guys ain't really. And you hear them and the other people when he was on the mics, you can hear the person because they're all packed in like little fucking sardines in a can. in these little cubicles. Okay, and I know this because my friend, and he's actually shown me pictures of this shit because he works at a legit place, tech place. His brother works at a scam place, so he went to his brother's job and showed me a bunch of the pictures of the place, and I was just going off about it.
Oh, it's even worse. There was a lot of issues in communication when they started to go on Google to get a lot of workers on the India and on China, because every single time you wanted to report any issue of what you were doing, they will be completely lost on what the hell you are trying to say. So they started to get managers around Latin America and everything, and it was even worse. The communication was shit. Oh man, it was.
It's like the Keystone Cops and the Three Stooges combined. Like, dude, and you hear the Benny Hill theme in the background as they're going through the fucking calls. Like,
okay, this is developers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Developers.
The first time when I saw this, I thought he was gonna have a cardiac arrest on stage.
Yes.
Because he's sweating like so much, and he's like, "Come on, everybody, developers!" And I was like, "Steve, you're gonna fucking have a heart attack in front of 10,000 people, okay?"
And this was okay. Steve Jobs was still in the game.
Yeah, he was.
Apple actually was starting to get a grip on all the things.
Yeah.
You know, before there was this time when they actually fired Steve Jobs from Apple because of a lot of shit. He even went rambling about for a long time. Then he created Pixar, and with that he got back again in Apple. And when he came back, he was all about revolutionizing technology. So they created the iPhone, first the iPod. And
the Windows in the Windows Phone, which is the complete and other piece of shit.
Oh, it's a bunch of crap.
And in the Vogue, what was it? The little fucking Vogue thing, the thing they had that Microsoft had that played all the music and stuff. The
Zoom.
The Zoom was a.
It was shit.
It was shit. I went and bought a $5 one at like the $10 store that worked better than that one did. Yeah. And Diego was like, he was having a stroke on stage. Yeah.
And then say something really right. When Steve Jobs died, the iPhone went to shit.
I agree with him. I agree with Diego on that because it's true.
Yeah, they wanted to have this Steve Jobs S, and they failed.
Yeah. It's been steadily going down the fucking hill ever since then. It's just, how low can you go? Let's see how much low, like the South Park episode when they had Cameron in there, like, oh, Cameron's gonna set the bar even lower. Let's see how low he can go. And they go, gentlemen, the bar is low as it can go. And he's like, hey, everybody, they're gonna upper the bar. And I was just like, fuck, you know.
I completely know. Okay, also there was this edgy time of advertisement. Do you remember the I'm a PC, I'm a Mac?
Yeah, and I memed and clowned on that shit so much. And I was like, oh, you're a Mac. Okay, so can you go out and change your fucking parts anytime you want? Oh, no, you got to go into the Apple cocksuckers to have your shit changed where I can go out, take maybe about a half hour, come back, fix my computer, where you got to go give it to the fucking so-called fucking geniuses where it takes a week or two to fix your fucking graphics card or some shit. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, have fun with that, brother. So, you can tell I do not like Apple. Like,
man, okay, full disclosure, I hate Apple. Fully hate
Yeah.
Apple.
I
Why?
fucking hate Apple.
First of all, the materials they use,
Yeah.
they actually recycle a lot of old materials for their chargers. They misuse a lot of materials because they are cheaper, but the resistance are
Yeah,
fucking
and
useless.
then and they put cheap parts on purpose so your shit breaks, so you have to spend money and
Yep.
go to the fucking geniuses so they can make money off of your fucking piece of shit.
And the geniuses don't repair
Yeah.
your
No, they
whatever you
don't.
send them. What
They're
they
just
do
the little
is
figureheads of the store, and they send that shit off.
no, and the plants
Too.
that they are supposed to do the maintenance and the repairment, they don't do it
No, they don't.
directly. They don't do it. They
No.
just open the sheet, see that if there's any marker that shows humidity, there's a couple of probes that change to pink or to bright red when you get some humidity inside of the circuit board. So
Yeah.
they will check that, and after that, they don't even try to fix the shit.
No.
They catalog it as we can harvest this amount of chips, or we cannot harvest anything, and then they sell you a new piece.
Oh yeah. See.
Like
Oh,
the whole
what's
board.
Diego? I want to hear what Diego does. He's to
Oh yeah.
explain to Jed how we do it in Latin America when Apple tries to screw us. I want to hear this.
We jailbreak everything. We don't give a shit about anything.
Oh, dude. Well, Diego, jailbreaking is fucking awesome. I love that shit. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I've jailbroke some stuff. Okay, so even though some people in my family, oh, Apple's gonna come and fuck Apple. They're gonna come after
Apple.
one fucking person. No, they're not. Everybody, like, I'm gonna say this in the US, they even do this. I have friends that would go buy an Apple, tell them that, and like, oh, you need to do this, and then they go over to our other friend that's a techie over here. That he goes over there, he has all the specific tools for it, fucking puts it on his computer, jailbreaks that shit, gives it back to my friend. He's like, you're set up now, brother.
Oh, I do that all the time, man.
Yeah.
And for instance, the only reason what I'm just using this Huawei Mate 20 Lite is because it was cheap, and it was before Huawei and the United States had the disagreement that
Yeah.
started a lot of shit and may have caused the death of. Anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a friend because I was just about to say that, Diego. I actually have a friend because he had so many people come to, because he works on computer. He helps fix people's computers and everything else. He had so many people coming to him for Apple things. He started taking old Apple phones and all this other shit, scavenging them, and figured out himself, going through diagrams and all this other shit, how to fix Apple phones cheaper, and so people will come to him and all this other shit. So,
but right now there's an issue about, and also yes, we harbor the pieces, but there's an issue with the newer models. They are restricting by setting up execution code inside of the chips. They are preventing us from transplanting chips, transplanting even screens or cameras. If you change the camera from one phone to another, both of them fully new, without any kind of issue, you change the camera from one phone to another, the cameras will not work and the phones will not work properly because they are designed to prevent you from fixing it. This is pre-program obsolescence or program obsolescence, however you want to say it, and it's part of the concept of, well, right now it's actually what generated the concept of products as a service, but I don't want to get too into that. Let's just say product as a service, and this is something that I have learned directly from Google on a seminar. Sometimes when you pay for something once, makes too little money for the company. They want you to pay multiple times for the thing.
Oh yeah, just like Microsoft. Microsoft ain't, they don't get off on that shit too.
Yeah.
Because they want you to pay for that shit as much as you can.
Exactly.
So,
but here is the issue. Then you have to properly make everything on the business side make sense. So data selling is one of the main businesses that these companies try to get in, and especially Google. Apple is trying to get away from that because they have been saying a
Just a
lot of
second.
shit
Go ahead.
on
Go
everything
keep it.
that, yeah, on the material that they have been releasing. They have been saying that they are secure and everything, and now there's a lot of lawsuits, and they are getting their asses handed to them. So what they are doing is trying to get away, and now the iPhone will get a new section where you can actually implement restrictions for your data usage, and Google, in a response to that on Android, will have a new section on Android 12 that will allow you to kill permissions and see a full history of the permissions that what your applications have been using, how they have been using it, and even report to you some, uh, let's say, intrusions. But this is happening on response to Apple, because Apple will go full on having security on their phones as the main priority. But the phones also came with a lot of shit for that, because the what they were saying is that by making the pieces unable to change from one phone to another, the phone was more secure. And this is part of the false advertisement that they were making to prevent the laws um, for right to repair on the United States, especially on the United States. So all this became the shitstorm that made Apple create the new section for privacy. You can prevent applications from tracking your data. You can prevent them from sending you ads. Not at all, but you can limit how much they can know about you to generate those ad triggers. There's a lot of interesting things, and what Android is doing also will help. We don't know if Windows 11 will come fully fledged with those kind of restrictions that you can set to avoid any data mining, but it's something. At least you have in the phone something that is good. By the way, hi Lord Todd. How are you, man? Good to see you around. And basically, is that there's a lot of lawsuits going on because they have been lying a lot to prevent some key um, let's say, legacy allowing measures to be taken, like repairing your phone or changing the operating system. And that's something that even Chinese phones have been doing. They are blocking the kernel level for you to patching up the system, or if you want to go with Odin or any other application, they are preventing you from modifying the tables, so you are not allowed to install a new operating system, or not some from a lower version, or something that is not signed by some companies. So Lineage OS is having a lot of issues there, and repositories on Android and that side are getting squashed by Google, which is sad, because one of the best things that I have ever done is getting Lineage OS on my Samsung Note 4, Galaxy Note 4. The processing on that phone was amazing. The camera was amazing. The software was shit, and they stopped updating the software. So what I did was transfer it to Lineage OS. It was beautiful, just beautiful. It extended almost 2 years of life for that device, and then I exchanged the battery. I just checked that everything was perfect, and that phone is my mom's daily driver still, and that's something that is been blocking in a lot of devices right now. So that's a lot of shit. But you can actually use the Samsung phones as the Google phones. this is something fun you can do. Through Odin, you can replace the operating system, or you can set up the same version of the operating system without the gaps. Is Google Apps, the whole Google tracking suite and application management suite. That is the one responsible for installing your apps and getting your ID and everything. You can remove that from your phone. And it's rather easy. You may break your phone if you are just bumbling around on what you're doing, but you can get your phone fully out of Google and have a nice computer on your hand. That's something that I really like to do. And with older phones, a Samsung Galaxy S3, Samsung Galaxy Note 4, 5. Avoid the 7 if you want to keep your junk attached to your body, because those kind of explode. I don't know if you knew that, but Samsung Galaxy 6 was not around, was a concept, and Galaxy 7 exploded on people's pockets. Fun stuff. Really fun stuff. And yeah, that's kind of my recommendation. Don't go for Apple. Apple sucks. Apple is terrible in a lot of things. Right to repair is one of the main concerns. You cannot exchange the hard drive. You cannot exchange the memory modules.
Sorry, my niece came to the door. My little 5-year-old niece. So I had to go help her for a minute. So she came to live with us now. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So. But yeah, Apple, that's the thing I do not like about Apple. You have to bow down to them, their system, unless on like a PC where you can change things if you want to. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing I've been PC since day one.
But that's about to change. And
Retro, how come you're not asleep?
Hey, Retro!
You're not going to be in time for the Cotton Connection tonight, brother.
Okay, the 6H, you can install Lineage OS. Or if you want something a little bit prettier, I guess there's new versions. And we have that 70s rock fan here. Hello, hermano.
Oh, brother.
How are you?
Hey, Lord Fox. What's up, brother? Retro.
I thought you guys were having far too much fun, so I'm going to put a stop to that right now.
Oh, yeah, bloody wanker. You always got to spoil the fun.
Bloody wanker. Wanker.
Okay, tell us.
You point that bloody finger at me.
Tell us, how much do you love Steve Jobs?
Do I love Steve Jobs?
Yeah,
well, that would be necrophilia.
Would you like to kiss him? Would you like to kiss him and love him up and defile his dead body?
That would be necrophilia. So, I'll pass on that one.
Netflix would probably give you a series for that, considering they gave this series for the furry shit that's going on. Hey, let's take furries on the dates and dress them up and hey.
Don't get me
furry person myself. I can only agree with that.
Don't get me started with that animation that they are peddling. And there's two animations because there was this one center world.
Yeah.
Yep. And now there's this Q squad.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
I saw the Q squad. That was fucking ridiculous.
Oh, that's just awful.
It's
meant to be a joke.
Actually, we didn't talk about that last night, 70s. I forgot.
If you really love Ratchet and Clank, you are offended because the only Q squad it was Q-Sart's squad, but now Q-Sart's squad is all gay, ladies.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure whether that's meant to be serious or a parody or what is it meant to be, because
actually
I would have said some of it was pretty offensive if you towards LGBTQ people, but there you go.
A B C D E F G.
Have you guys ever watched a guy called Lionel Nation on YouTube?
I have.
Lionel Nation's a very funny guy, and he did a video a long time ago breaking down the 17 current letters that were in the LBGTQ, whatever, and it was very amusing. And he wasn't making fun of it; he was just breaking it down. What does
Well,
these
you know,
mean?
it used to be
What does
just
each one
three.
mean?
It used to be just 3 letters, and they started more letters
Yeah.
to the alphabet. And
Yeah, and it becomes a bit unwieldy after a while. You know, it's not a snappy slogan anymore, or
yeah, I know. So
but yeah, that's Q Squad. It's a bit, yeah.
Being
Hell
mean-
being an avocado pixie is not a gender, and I don't know why you need a letter in that shit. But somehow, if it happens, it happens.
well, I didn't know if you see this, but Mama Susan put something on YouTube, and when you're going through on the home screen, Mama Susan
Mhm.
put some thing up there on the home screen. I didn't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
was
know.
watching.
You saw that? We talked about that last night. Mama Susan's like, hey, like
Mhm.
with the 2 hands and a little thing up in the corner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I did see a sort of rainbow thingy up in the corner
Yeah.
of the. Yeah, I see what you. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Mama Susan's like, hey guys.
It depends which browser you're using, because my current browser that I'm using right now doesn't show that, and yet other ones do. Hmm.
And I
Oh, well.
bet you that Mama Susan is the kind of girl that normally will go and trash like a full-on Karen on any diversity that she sees around her neighborhood.
Oh, I know, right?
And I'm
So
very, yeah. I mean, far be it from me to speak on behalf of people of different sexuality than myself, but if I had set out to make something, if I genuinely did not like people of a different sexuality, and I set out to make a show making fun of them in a bad way, it would have come out exactly like the Q Squad. You know, it seems to be a
yeah.
it seems to be a bit of an insult. Again, I shouldn't be speaking on behalf of other people, but
Well, here's the thing. I've talked to a couple other friends. Another one's bi. Ash is here if he still is here. Another one is, another one is bi. There's another one that's just straight up gay. And I was talking to my, I was like, what? I even said this to him. I talked to him last night. I was on Discord. I was like, hey, what do you guys feel about that Q Squad? And my friend was that he's straight up gay. He's like, mate, that shit's gay as hell.
yeah,
That
this
is
it, I mean,
and they use the a gamer word too. So like
I mean,
a
it
gamer word we
just-
can't say. Like
It's just so stereotypical
yeah,
in a bad
Yeah.
way. I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
it's,
But
what do I
this-
know?
This is
Yeah.
exactly what we need them to keep making. And
Yeah.
I guess nobody understands what I'm celebrating that this exists. I'm actually happy that this exists because first of all, if we don't say shit, the ones that will be against
Yeah.
this particular animation are the ones in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
So we will have full proof, and we are seeing the community rising up against this. So
Wait, I saw somebody today where they were what was it? They're like somebody that is full on bi, and then another one that was pansexual, and I was looking at it on Twitter. These people were actually level-headed people that were just cool, and I was talking to them, and they're like, "Aren't you getting tired of all the preaching and everything else?" And they're like, "Dude." One goes, "Yeah, I'm pansexual, and I don't even bring any of that shit up." And then and the other one was like, "Dude, I like dick and vag, and I don't even bring that shit up. It's just people, and I'm telling you, people are starting to wake up to this bullshit because
is the
certain
same.
people they're starting to wake up and go, yeah, they're just pandering." And I'm going to tell you, by the time this month's over, okay, this month is over.
Huh?
None of I'll even call this one. At midnight, they're gonna change all their fucking logos back to like just normal logos and shit. It's the biggest pandering
Well,
bullshit
they,
ever.
They move on
Yes.
to the next thing
Yeah.
that they can pander to. Yeah,
They
it's-
and
already
then
have.
they'll wait for the next Black Lives Matter or some other bullshit.
No, they already have, and we are seeing it right now. The Latino token, And this
Oh,
is
yeah.
something that I spoke with someone here in Ecuador that sells bootleg DVDs. I got the time to speak with him about the sales, and people are getting tired of seeing the tokens. People are getting tired of being
Yeah.
pandered because the quality of the product is lower. Whenever you see a Latino star, you see basically buy this cheap logo attached, and that's
Mm.
shitty. We
And
don't
I will even
want to be
say
the
this,
cheap one.
Pablo. I had no problem with the girl they got. I don't have no problem with her. It's just
Zendaya? Oh no,
the one
the
Supergirl,
one for no,
the Supergirl, the new
oh
Supergirl,
yeah,
and then
Sasha.
the one that was Snow White. I have a problem with that one because she said a lot of gamer words, okay,
Mm.
on her
Mhm.
Twitter, and she's not
Yes.
banned. She literally told people to go kill themselves, and she didn't get banned off Twitter. You know,
Okay, that the
the
Snow
one that
White.
was
I'm
is gonna
preparing
be
a
Snow White.
video for
Yeah,
Minus where I'm
uh-huh.
talking about the original Latino Snow White
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Chespirito.
yeah.
That that exists. My issue with the lady is how she's handling herself
Yeah, that's
because
my issue. It isn't.
Mhm.
It isn't because she's. It's how she's handling, and she didn't handle it with like,
she
"Hey
could
guys, you know, I know I'm, but give me the chance." I wish, you know what, and I said this when they do this, when they come out, and I would just love for once for one person that actually gets cast in another role go, hey guys, I know I'm not the person that you think
Mhm.
was gonna play it, but I'm gonna do honor and justice to it, and I hope you can see it through my work instead of
no,
go,
and
yeah,
she
nobody
could
does that.
actually
I
have
haven't
gotten
seen nobody do that yet.
she could
Yep.
actually have gotten a lot of people on her side with a simple act. Show Florinda Mesa, the girl that was Blanca Nieves on the Snow White Chespirito
Yeah.
special, show her face and say, I'm grateful with the studio for this kind of publicity, but I'm not the first Latino Snow White,
Yeah.
and I want to pay respect to what came before.
Yeah.
So she could
It's all
shut
they
up.
have to say. Yeah.
Yeah, she will be on both sides immediately because she is defending her culture. So woke people will go, yeah, she is defending her culture, and she will be giving us reason on saying this is shit. Stop trying to sell this as the first one. There has been already more of this, and I want to celebrate it. I
Yeah.
don't want this trash of selling me as the first. Instead, she decided to go into a rampage, and that is harming any possibility of people even enjoying her role
Well,
because
even
people will be soured
yeah,
to
even
it.
Disney Marvel keeps saying, "Oh, they're the first Latino. Oh, they're the first black. Oh, they're the first gay." And I'm like, Disney
No, they're
Star
not.
Wars, Disney Marvel does the same.
No, they're
They're like,
not.
"Oh, it's the
Yes.
first female director. Oh, it's the first gay lesbian kid." You know, I was
Yeah,
like,
but
"No,
this
it
is a
isn't."
sign, Jed, of their
Yeah,
extremely youth and short-sightedness that they believe
yeah.
that because it's just not true.
And I
And
was like, I was like, you do know on Deep Space Nine, Dax was, you know,
Mhm.
dude, that was in the 90s. Like,
And
dude, come on.
this, okay, this is something that Disney can actually do. They can say we are celebrating or rich Latino culture. Let's not say integration because that will sound like a Borg.
Oh,
But
yeah, it was.
you
It'll
know,
sound really bad.
we had the Three Amigos, we had this and that, and we want to celebrate it because we know people on South America had a connection with this, and we know there's this parody, and we want to celebrate it. You know, start celebrating what people are doing in their countries, and people that came from those countries will
Yeah.
start celebrating that too because they
Mm.
miss that. And there's a lot of people that I have talked that they were from Cuba and they miss La Tremenda Corte.
Yeah.
They miss it because it was a radio show before the Fidel Castro revolution.
Yeah.
So, and there's people that went from Mexico to the US and they miss El Chavo del Ocho. And people from Ecuador that miss vivos, miss solteros sin compromiso, they miss what it was theirs. So if you present them that, they will be happy. They will be happy from the bottom of their hearts because it's something precious to them. It's something important to them. But you instead are trying to sell them that what they have been doing as just people for the past couple 100 years, let's say, because in Latinos you also have the black Latinos and you have the indigenous Latinos, but you have European Latinos, you have a lot of different kinds of Latinos. Instead of celebrating that, they are telling us you don't exist. Here is the fears of your kind. Bullshit.
Yeah, especially
bullshit,
with the what's the other movie that they called what was that movie that just came out? The Hills or something? What was it?
Yeah, In the Heights.
In the Heights. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. But what I'm going to say is, they were totally discounting, and you saw that because I was in the stream with you and we said this.
Mm-hmm.
There were several people that was in the stream that said they came from the Heights and they were interested in seeing this glamorized version of the Heights. That isn't what the Heights is.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, actually, no, I actually know somebody myself that I've known for maybe 10 years that was in the Heights and got out and came out to Arizona, and I met them and we became friends. They said, yeah, sometimes the Heights could be awesome. Other times the Heights could be downright terrifying. You know?
Dude, if you do a musical about my barrio, you will make a musical about a bunch of people getting robbed, a bunch of people getting mugged, and maybe a lady that has a salsa academy, but that's the best you can get.
Yeah,
I'd watch that movie. I'd watch that.
Yeah, we had Pablo do that movie with Tom.
Yeah, they made a movie. They made a musical about my country. They called it Highlander. That's a musical.
No, I thought it was Commyville. That's what I thought it was called.
I don't know if Highlander is a musical.
Highlander's awesome, but let's not disgrace Highlander because they fucking you guys over there. And Lord Thoth, I know he's in. I know Lord Thoth's in there. I know. Yeah, they're just screwing you guys over right now.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry for that. Man.
Is the quickening?
Yeah. 70's gonna come out. He's gonna grow hair all of a sudden, and he's got the sword.
Trainspotting was probably closer than Highlander to the reality of where I come from. But Trainspotting.
I used to love Trainspotting. Yeah, that was a fucked up movie though. Yeah, it was a good movie.
The movie.
You know what was a messed up movie? Pi.
Oh, Pi is amazing, man. It's a great movie.
And especially at the end. He's like, I can't take it anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that movie is so damn great.
Yeah.
And there's if you want to be technical on Pi, there's a bit of an issue with the mathematics, let's just say. I will leave it at that because I
knew there was because I saw the discrepancy.
They fucked up the formula, assholes, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Well,
they were trying, but they were trying to bullshit their way through it. So
yes,
there you could tell. I was like, hey, wait a second, that doesn't make sense. And I was just like, and I even called it out because we got it on VHS. Back when it came out in VHS. Well, I think it was DVD when it was when DVDs and VHSs were still out together. And I saw it on, it was either DVD or VHS. And they came up to that one part and I was like, hey, wait a second, that ain't right. And they're like, Jason, shut up. We don't want to hear your bullshit right now.
I watched it the first time on a date.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, there's not a difference. Fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. You want to fuck tonight. Don't say shit.
And then they're like, "Hey, Jetty, shut up. We don't want to hear your bullshit right now."
Oh man, but yeah, there's a bit of an issue with the formula there. Other than that, that movie is great. And okay, that movie, another that I watched. What, a couple of days afterwards in another date, the Korean version of Old Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the original? Wasn't that the original?
That's the okay. The original is manga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but man, that movie is so fucking amazing.
You know what I liked? I like Battle Royale.
Oh, Battle Royale is good, man. But
Good stuff. That's what the Hunger Games should have been.
Exactly. Exactly.
They actually ripped the Hunger Games off from that. So.
Yeah, except they ruined it.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, let's upgrade it to modern." And I was like, "No."
You know, the Hunger Games could have been a good set of movies if they'd actually made it about the Hunger Games.
Yep. The Hunger Games needed to be
part
R.
of it.
Yep, they needed to go full R. They needed to go all the way, make it bloody, make it messy.
No, see, they didn't want to do that because they needed that teen audience. That's the reason why they did that.
Yeah, but
they needed the teen and the young adult. That was what they were going for.
Yeah, it all ended up stuff outside of the Hunger Games, all the political stuff and the revolution.
Yeah, and
I liked the Hunger Games. I wanted to see people fight to the death.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, really?
And those movies fucked up an entire generation of girls that they believe they are the Mockingjay. You are not the Mockingjay. Being a feminist doesn't make you.
You're not Katniss, so fuck off. Like, seriously.
They believe all they have to do is take a picture of their asshole and put it on the internet, and they'll become a famous actress.
And that's exactly the problem.
And now we know how Brie got her job. So, you know.
No, Brie get head. With that jaw, you know she has a strong jaw. You know she's using those muscles a lot.
She got that Abby jaw. Like,
if she wanted to break a nut with her damn teeth, she will be able. Just watch at the strength of that jaw. She can fight with a crocodile 1-1.
1-1.
Prove me wrong. Actually, prove me wrong. Get her with a crocodile. Whatever happens, happens.
Dude, you missed it last night. I think 70's pissed off, and I don't remember that.
I was there.
You were there.
I left at a certain time.
By the way,
because he had to go, and we went 3 hours after he left. We still went on for 3 hours.
What the hell? You just kept going.
Me and Matt and Red Shirt, and I forgot who else was there. Red Shirt, me, Matt, Red Shirt, and somebody else was there.
There was 4 of you. I can't remember who.
Yeah, there was 4 of us. And
when I left, there was 4 people still there.
Yeah, and we went on for another 2 or 3 more hours.
Damn.
But yeah, if it hadn't been for the fact that I'm back at work now and I kind of have to stick to a sleep schedule, I would have stayed then. But yeah, what did I miss? What are you talking about?
It got on to, we were roasting Matt for Brie again, and then we went on to, like, he went on about his movie stuff and he was showing stuff.
Right.
Oh wait, it was the one part. We brought up Karen. It was Draco. Yeah, Draco was there. It was Red Shirt, me, and Matt. And then at one point, he goes, "Hey, let's do this," and it turned into an EFAP session of roasting the Karen trailer that took about an hour. Like a 2-minute trailer. We roasted it for about an hour.
She's got a little Confederate flag toilet roll holder or something. It's just
before
that
anything,
kind of thing.
I just want to say I was hearing the football stream, and how is nobody says that Amazon has submarines and has a fleet that can actually carry helicopters?
They do.
Yeah, they do. And then I was this close from lying, saying, Matt, we need to bring Pablo on.
Yes,
you should.
you know how Amazon came up with the submarines and everything?
Yeah.
They have a telecommunications division, and they need to set up the fiber optic for a
the
lot of
ocean
what they do
floor.
between servers, and
Yeah.
also they are starting to make a plan for selling internet
Yeah.
service. So that's something that they are
I-
seeking.
I think Jeff Bezos has got an enormous ship with a big door at the front that opens so he can swallow nuclear submarines.
Oh, dude, he's a fucking Bond villain. Okay,
Yes.
he's got a
Yes.
fucking cat on the
I bet
side
he
that he
strokes his little
pets.
pussy every night, I'm sure.
Yeah, that he pets like fucking Dr. Evil, and he's like, I just got $1 billion today. Ha 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 ha. Like,
Okay,
you know.
so they have that, and they have a fleet. They have a full-on fleet. They have air fleet. They have multiple hangars with Boeing planes. They have a lot of crazy shit. But when you have so many planes going around with a lot of precious cargo, if there's anything that happens, the remediation crew has to go immediately to scene. So normally you will have to make the contract and everything, but if you own part of the company that does the remediation and does the package searching and everything, the recuperation, you don't have to file that many shit. You can actually do it for cheaper and without all the bureaucracy. So you get a better way to handle everything. You get a better way of handling any emergency and setting up the networks and everything. So he, instead of just having a contract with a fleet or anything, decided to buy a fleet and get a bunch of submarines.
Yeah.
And shit's
Buy one,
crazy.
get two free.
Yeah, and I wanted to bring you in there because I know you would have set Matt straight on that one, on the gun issue too. So yeah, it's like
Yeah, that was an
I was-
interesting conversation.
dude, yeah, and then I was talking to Nick back in the backstage while we were still there. He's like, dude, I want to go get a drink, but the conversation's so good. He sat there for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. He's like, and then finally he's like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Okay, you guys were kind of right, but kind of wrong in a lot of stuff. For
Yeah.
example, in the United States, you can actually build most of a nuclear weapon without any kind of repercussions because
Right.
normally the government will hire other companies in the private sector to develop the fission cages. That's the one that gets the atom smash to make the huge explosion. Okay, that is not made by the government. That is
Yeah.
made by another company. Also, the rockets, those are private sector. The whole artificial intelligence, that's private sector. And
Yeah.
you can buy that without any kind of restrictions to those companies after a while because the government only has a limited time for that being exclusive to them. After that, the company can sell it because there's other advancement that is supposed to be taking place. So the government will be a bunch of steps further. And also, you cannot get great level plutonium or uranium, or even if you want to go cheap, even if you want to go to the family of the wolframium, you will still need a permit to get that. So you cannot fully assemble a nuclear weapon on the United States, but you can get almost all the pieces to make a nuclear weapon in the United States with a bit of a big hurdle that is getting the enriched materials, and the enriched materials
Well,
will
plutonium requires enrichment to make it. It's
Yeah.
not like uranium
Exactly.
where you can't mine plutonium. So if you control the means of that production, then yeah, you can keep people from getting it.
Hey, Retro. Okay, yeah. Remember to have your phone on, brother. 'Cause
Oh,
you know,
nice,
you
man.
know, you know some shit might be going on later on. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, I got invited on to Snow's Cotton Connection.
Oh, you're
tonight.
going on tonight?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's
that
gonna
was
be some
bastard.
shit.
I'd love to go on that.
There's gonna be some shit going
I'd
down tonight,
love to
brother.
get on. I guess I just have to ask him.
The Cotton Connection unite, like
Nice.
because I was like, hey
Well,
Snow, I was like,
You're the
can I
ideal
come
guy
on?
to have on a puppet show because you do like a hand job. I've heard.
Oh fuck off! but and then I was like, I need to get like a Grover icon or some shit, like something from Sesame Street or some shit. And I'm like, hey, yeah, what's up, guys? Or some shit like that.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
shows, 'cause
you know,
usually
there's a
later.
lot. You like, yeah, and that's later on, like when the dead, like it's gonna be like
It's
9 o'clock at
Central
night.
onwards.
Yeah, so it's 9 our time, 70s.
Oh, 9 Pacific onwards. Yeah.
Yeah, like so.
That's good because I'm free and clear. Then I don't have to be.
Yeah, and
domestic.
then you know I'm gonna say something to you because I already set a time for 8:45. Retro, so remember to have your phone on, brother. Okay, go get some sleep. But yeah, and I've been over there to like the last 3 or 4 weeks, dude. It's some of the most hilarious shit. It's I will say this, and I love it. It kind of, especially last week with the horse stuff. It reminds me of Pee-wee's Playhouse. I look, and that's like a compliment because if kids in the 90s, Pee-wee's Playhouse was awesome. Okay, like they had some crazy shit on there, but it was awesome. That's what it reminds me of somewhat. It's like a mixture of Pee-wee's Playhouse and like some other shows. No Zax, no gun debate. We already had a little bit of it. But it's like a mixture of Pee-wee's Playhouse
The soup sucks.
and like some of the other puppet shows from the past that been on like TV and stuff that were more adult oriented. So and then it's like, you know, other port talk show and all. It's just, I love it. And then, you know, Snow has all his puppets and he said he's gonna bust out with a new puppet tonight, hopefully. And I'm like, yeah. And then, you know, Snow's got to be one of my new favorite people on YouTube.
Oh, I love the Snow stuff.
Yeah,
Big
and
fan.
Snow, yeah, and I go anytime I see Snow on in the middle of the night, I zip my ass over there because you know you're gonna have some hilarious
It's
shit
fun.
going on.
We have a lot of fun over there. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. I love, especially the night when it's Cotton Connection night. So because that, you know, you're gonna see some hilarious shit over there. Like last week, it was like they had the Amaranth and the Secret Ward was horse. Okay, the Secret Ward shit. The Secret Ward shit was from Pee-wee's Playhouse back in the day. So when everybody was saying horse, he goes, "Oh my god!" And everybody would scream and yell like they would in Pee-wee's Playhouse whenever somebody did the Secret Word of the day. And he's like, "No, stop, guys! Come on, let's no." And I was just like, "It's full." I was dying because I was over there last night. I was dying laughing. And he's like, "I can't make this stream. The stream won't end itself." And he fucked off for like 5 minutes and let everybody else run the show. And anytime somebody said horse, and I was even doing it on purpose in the chat. He's like, "Oh no, you fucker! You said horse!" And he's like, everybody's like, "Ah!" I love it over there, dude.
It is fun. Yeah.
That's the reason why I put out that promo for a little thing. For earlier, I was like, yeah, there's gonna be some shit tonight. So it I would say over there it's as edgy as Foul Balls gets over there. Sometimes even edgier. Like
Nice.
I think so. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
so.
I think sometimes it does get edgier than Foul Balls, and Foul Balls and like Snow Streamer too. Like I love those to death. Because I'm going to say this, I love comic books and everything, but I can't talk about that shit 24/7. It'll drive me nuts.
Yes, I get it, man.
I got to talk about like some grown-up shit and like some other shit. I can't just talk about movies and all this shit all the time. That's the reason why I love coming on Pablo's, because we either talk about computers or like some other and that's the reason why I love going on Foul Balls, because we do a whole, like last night. How many topics did we talk about last night?
6 or 7. It swings from
6 or 7,
serious
and then
it swings from serious to comic, and that's not so bad. Yeah.
And I love, I love Clobber, but he's constantly comics. I love him to death. He's a brother. He's one of the people who helped me get everything going. But I cannot talk about comic books all the time. I will talk about comics, but not 24/7. You got to have like
nice
Zach
to
said,
mix it up.
you got to have some like. That's the reason why I love going on comics stream or culture stream or foul balls or some of the other even t-shirts. With Grim. Grim's fucking hilarious.
Speaking of t-shirt,
yeah, and t-shirt. It's just
Zach's.
I love doing the
T-shirt dad.
and that's the reason why I was saying I found out that I'm not because we started the channel just for the pop culture shit, and then I was like, hey, wait a second, I like doing some more of the adult humor and more of the adult issues and shit like that. And I was like,
certainly the adult humor. I mean, if things get too serious and foul, I just throw in a dick joke or something. And
And then somebody was like, well, if you want to go for the shock jock shit, I was like, it's not shock jock. We're trying to have humor and fun. I hope you know what humor is.
Yeah, it's adult humor.
Humor is needed more now than ever.
Okay,
would you agree, Pablo?
This is a format I want to try, and I'm trying to get enough money to buy an Elgato capture card. I used to have one, but it got fried. I want to just be playing, and when you have friends around and you are playing a solo game, and the other guys are just in the couch talking and bullshitting all day, and you are just eating. And I want to bring that, make something kind of that, because when you are on that state, you actually talk about important stuff.
Yeah,
you are playing and you are getting relaxed, but you are talking about, hey, how's family and how's government and how's everything, because you are having the time to relax and talk with
that's the reason why I was saying I desperately need a new name for that channel so I can set that fucking channel up, because it's been in the back of my head for 2 weeks. I still haven't came up. And I will say, Zach said the truth, especially by the end of the week when it's the 7th time the same comic news has been covered, and it's been beaten like a fucking dead horse.
Yep,
that's right.
Right, oh, your man,
he's right. Especially on Friday night, when the whole Friday during the day, people have just been chewing over the same topics again and again and again. Now, for some people like me who can't get to streams until later that night, maybe. Well,
I'm on like 4 or 5 streams on Friday, and I'm like by the end of the day. But I'm not the whore. By the time Foul Balls calls up, I was like, please don't talk about comic book shit.
There's topics that nobody even talks about, and that's why I wanted to do today about operating systems, because this is going on, and this will change how geek culture works a lot. Yeah. It will change how memes are made, how a lot of shit is made. It will change how people interact with their PCs, and that will change the game. And
I interact with my PC by throwing it across the room.
Exactly. That's a good way to handle. If it's a Mac, especially, throw it by the window. Yeah. Just throw it away.
Hey, 70s, did you see Culture play Dark Souls 3?
I didn't see him. I saw he was going to do it, but I didn't.
Oh, did you see I was sending a tweet out, and I all that other stuff.
That, man.
Dude, I tried to get a hold of you. I think I tried to get a hold of it.
Well, today I've been moving stuff today in preparation for moving house, so putting stuff in storage, and it's 40 degrees centigrade, like it's 100 plus Fahrenheit here. It's stinking hot here. So I picked a bad day for it.
You guys need air conditioning or some shit.
Well, this house we're in here that we've sold, we don't have AC because we normally don't need it. But
it's Canada. Normally
the new apartment's got it. So
I told Retro was like that too. He's like, dude, we need air conditioner, and I was like, dude, up there you need it for maybe a month or two.
Yeah.
But I said, all you need to do is get a wall unit. I said, you don't need it. You don't need to do it. Just get a window unit, put it in there.
Downstairs in the man cave, and it's pretty cool down here, so it doesn't matter to me too much. But I mean, we're getting a real heat wave. I mean, we get good summers here in BC, but this is a real heat wave.
Zach, he died 15 times on his 15th time. Did he died, and I was ramming him hard. Culture. I will say this. I
Sorry,
love
we talking
Culture.
about the same thing now?
Yeah, Culture took it like a champ.
He
Like
took it.
literally, we were hammering him in chat. I even made the meme that's on Twitter, and I got a picture when he had his head in his hand. He was a go look the meme on my account, and I was just like because we kept telling him, dude, this is just a tutorial. You're not even in the
He's
real
not
game
even out
yet.
of the tutorial.
No, it took him 15 times to get out of the tutorial.
I skip the tutorials. I just go
I-
straight to the game.
Okay, I'm about to say something that is not normally known, but is kind of obvious once you think about it.
Yeah.
Playing a game and talking on the microphone is almost fucking impossible.
It's hard.
Yeah, I know. It is. Because I used to do it on Twitch, so.
The other day, I was trying to play Legend of Zelda: Link to the
Yeah.
Past, and as is a game that I normally play easy
Yeah.
on my Wii U. And I was trying to play it on the Wii U on stream, and it was no, I was trying to play it
I
on
can
emulation
play-
on the stream, and it was almost impossible because doing the small stuff that you normally do, like remembering this room or remembering how to use this glitch,
Yeah.
when you are talking to the microphone, that shit goes away. And you don't know what the hell you are doing. So every time I see one of these speedrunners that they actually make it and they are talking and they are playing,
I
it's
actually
amazing.
know a few speedrunners, Pablo, and they are gods at this shit. Like
Fucking shit,
Yeah,
it's amazing
and
what they do.
I gotta say this Culture was brave as hell. He fucking manned up. He went in there.
Yeah.
Like I gotta give all props and love to Culture. He took every bit of that beat and then came out at the end of the stream and beat it. Like literally.
Nice.
So yeah. And then he's like, well, I'm in the game now. So I passed dude, Culture is awesome. I cannot say enough about Culture because Culture is awesome. So,
No, he's great. That's why he's growing so fast.
yeah.
If
So.
you see, he has been a year and something,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
he's growing really, really well. He surpassed he's over the 3,000, right?
Yeah. Shit, I wish we could get to that. We're like we're like 800 away from 1,000. So yeah, we're like, yeah, come on.
Oh, you mean
I just want to get.
You got something to look forward to.
I want to get that first plaque. When you get that first 1,000, you get a plaque, right? So I want that plaque.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you get the plaque
today. I'm up to 98 today. I get 98. I'm desperately working on a new video because I haven't put anything up for a couple of weeks, and I'm trying to use Power Director now to do it. So that's a new one to me. It looks quite good.
Well, here's the thing: when I play No Man's Sky, I can talk. When you play certain games, you can talk. There are some games like Borderlands 3, you cannot talk. And like,
you see, I tend to play RPGs, so I'll be okay if I do game streaming because there's lots of time to talk when you're playing most RPGs.
That's the reason if you go like over Jeremy and the Geeks and Gamers stream of Call of Duty, that's the reason why they get so frustrated, because you got to keep eye on your back all the way around. And sometimes they're like, dude, fucking get over. Like, I get so fucking frustrated with Mark, especially when we play Fortnite, because I'm like, hey, Mark, watch my back. He's like, okay. I get popped in the head. Like, what the fuck, Mark? You're like, and then when we were playing Sea of Thieves, Mark is like the nicest motherfucker in the game, and it's called Sea of fucking Thieves. And he's like, hey, everybody, let's come onto my ship. Hey, let's be. I was just, this ain't Sea of Friends. This is called fucking Sea of Thieves. And I said, they're going to come on this ship. They're going to steer our ship. They're going to kill your dog. They're going to slit our throats and then take your fish. And I don't know if you saw that. I just went full ballistic. Like he gets me so frustrated sometimes. He's like, hey guys, that wasn't very nice. I was like, Mark, it's a fucking shooting game. Like,
you are supposed to be a pirate. You should be taking ladies from their homes.
That's the one thing I was like, you know what? What if it's called Sea of Thieves? Where's all the hookers and shit, man? Like,
Oh,
You
yep.
don't. Nah, it's not the way it worked. These guys were into each other. Rum, sodomy, and the lash.
fuck it. I don't want that shit, man.
No,
At least
you.
at least I got it when it was on sale. I didn't pay full price for it.
It was funny watching you get killed all the time.
Oh yeah, I would just come up and I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I was like, fuck this. I was just dumb.
Run away.
Run away.
And he saw me, I would just like fucking kick it, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna let Mark do everything. Fuck it.
I'd be the same, but I get killed all the time at the beginning of games. It takes me ages to find my feet.
No, if it was Borderlands 3 or like, you know, No Man's Sky or some shit like that I'm good at, or Halo. Oh yeah, I'm fucking rocking that.
I'm
shit.
getting into that. No, I'm thinking of getting into No Man's Sky. Apparently, it's pretty
good.
Dude,
no, yeah, you should get on there and play with us, dude.
Yeah.
I'm literally getting a bunch of people in there now. Probably you should get that too.
I might do that. Yeah,
I'll make a GoFundMe to get the game, man.
Oh, you should get Borderlands 3 too, because it's all crossplay now, except for PlayStation.
This next,
we should like I'm saying this. We should. What I'm saying is we should do a Borderlands stream because it's crossplay now. It's PC, Xbox, Nintendo. You know,
Borderlands 3.
Yeah, Borderlands 3.
Yeah, well, I'll pretty much be PC only from now on, so that's fine. So. I can do it.
Well, yeah, you know, if I can ever get another PC, you know. They just gave us back Cartel. I was so happy. And then they upped the level. You can get to 72 now, and they have all of the holiday stuff. You can go in there and just farm the shit out of things now. So there are some things I hate about Borderlands, especially the devs, because these idiots keep nerfing shit and then bringing shit back.
Yeah,
I'm like, why do you nerf? Don't nerf. Raise other things up to meet its level.
They were doing that shit before it was cool, man.
Oh, I know. They were doing that shit in Borderlands too. That was
exactly.
Me the fuck off. Oh.
They fucked up that game so many times. That's the reason I left Borderlands as a whole. Okay. You know, I was playing casually. I got tired. I just.
Oh yeah, I literally took about 6 months off from Borderlands because I was so pissed off at the devs.
When devs
never played it.
When devs fucked up a game, normally they take you out completely. Like,
oh yeah, let's talk about the mother of fuck up all games, Fallout 76.
Oh, that was shit, man. That was.
Oh, it still is shit. It still is shit.
I have a friend. That he really loves Fallout to the point that when Fallout 4 came out, he was buying his PS4 only to play that fucking game.
I have like 900 hours of Fallout 4. Like,
well, I got a lot of hours in it, but eventually I did get bored. Unlike New Vegas, that it never bored me.
Well, okay. If you have mods, you can never get bored.
True, and I did do a few of them, but I don't know. It's just
I got all the
feel
dirty.
The same. New Vegas had the right feel for me.
I got all the dirty mods for my Xbox that you can get. So you know.
Oh, I got loads of them on PC.
Yeah. But yeah, I wish they would redo. They need to do a remaster of 3 and a remaster of New Vegas.
New Vegas would be good. Yes.
Yeah, and they need to put mod support in both of them.
The only game that I used to play with heavy mods was The Sims. And it was because you could make them naked, you could make a lot of shit there. No, really, it was great.
Number one reason
it was great, especially when you would trap them in a pool and shit. You just take away all the shit and they die in the pool.
You could start a threesome on a bathtub.
Yeah.
If them will get mad.
Yeah, you put a bed and a refrigerator and no toilet in there, and then they're crapping around the room, and then you see people crapping around the room, and then they get into the bed after they just crapped all over the place, and then they go eat, and then they crap all over the place again, and then
they will cry.
And then they start crying. I did some like really screwed up
Yeah,
stuff to my
it
Sims.
was so fucked up. The
I was
Sims was so
demented.
funny
I
to
was
play, man.
demented when I played Sims. Yeah. Yeah.
It
Never
was
played
so
it.
stupid funny.
Never
And
played.
okay, you could start with a character that had nothing on the trade values, and you I guess it was after an expansion that you could get a chemistry table. You will make a potion that will revert your status to the contrary of what you have. So if you had 40 in something that goes to 100, you will have 60. But since you started without anything, you will go full to everything.
Yeah.
So you can make Sims stupid smart and stupid athletic and everything from the beginning. And then you could cheat so easy without ever using the cheats to get you money or to get you any other stuff. You could break the game just playing the game.
Oh
just
yeah.
playing by
Like I've broken the game on I've broken like Fallout 4 in Skyrim several times just playing the game. I've literally figured out when Fallout 76 was in there, I knew what to do. I knew where to go. I knew what to do to break the game. And here's the thing, I would send these replies back to the devs. I was like, you do know you can break the game if you do this, this, this. Because I'm one of those. I'm one of these people that I will try to break the game. I will try to max out. I will try to go to the places that people say they can't go to. I did all that shit on Cyberpunk 2077. Still broke the shit.
You know a game that I did that a lot? Legend of Zelda, the Twilight Princess on GameCube. I played that game so much. Every single New Year, I will play that game. I will finish that game. But the beginning, I found out how to break Ganondorf on the final fight when you are in that circle of light barriers and everything. You can actually do the rolling maneuver that you learn from the wolf, from the fallen hero, and you will break Ganondorf completely. You can just keep doing that. The first time he will block, the second time you will hit. First time he will block, second time he will get the hit, and you just do that without taking care of anything else, and you win the game.
Oh yeah, there are so many things that you can do, and like I mean, I can lie. I go into games and I try to find ways to break things.
Because it's fun.
Yeah.
I eventually, with Skyrim, I eventually had so many mods on there that I completely fucked it up. I had no idea what was going on.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I actually knew how to fuck up, because even on Xbox, when you do the mods on Xbox, it's easier than it is on the computer. But you gotta like, just like on the computer, you gotta put them in a certain order, because if you don't, you will fucking destroy that game and your saves will just be fucked.
Yeah, my saves got fucked up when I moved to another machine, so it just the mods fucked it. But I actually had the mod for the light that was on over your head that you could switch on and off.
Oh,
and
dude, why did you have that one on?
I had that on all the time. I couldn't figure out how to switch it off. So everywhere I went in the game, I had this fucking light over my head.
Man, no, there's a lot of crazy mods. There's one that transforms everyone into lollies directly. You basically go into a full-on anime. There's other one where you can pilot Gundams.
Yeah, I have the one where the Death Star is in the sky, and you can have. I actually have that one, and you can, whenever the Death Star, and you can see the Death Star 24 hours, even at night and the day and stuff, and it's the moon. And then I have lightsabers in Skyrim, literally.
I like the Thomas the Tank Engine when all the dragons turn into Thomases.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
They're funny. I love that one.
And what was it? I got the one.
You can transform all the dragons into white bunnies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
which is even more hilarious than making them Thomas.
You ever watch the game? Is it Gamer Poop? The
Yeah.
guy that does the Skyrim and Fallout spoofs.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah,
hilarious. And Mass Effect, they're freaking
Mm.
hilarious. Cuts stuff out of them and mixes up. It's really good.
I haven't seen anything on his stuff in a long time.
I think he's maybe just did a couple of new things recently.
Oh, I might have gotten unsubscribed to him because I haven't seen him on my list at all for like a year or so.
And yeah, he's really good. I
Yeah.
love the Mass Effect stuff he does because I
Hey,
adore that.
My name
game.
is Captain Shepard. You want to lay me?
Let's bang. Let's bang.
Let's bang.
And it closes in on his face with that weird look he's got.
Hi, my name is Captain Shepard, and I approve this message.
Let's bang. Yeah.
You
That's
know,
right,
when
and
those kind of
cutting the council off is always a favorite. Just
Mhm.
cut them off.
when those kind of games get a lot of people talking about them, they destroy the video game industry. They just obliterate the industry. Once Mass Effect had a lot of characters that you could bank, everybody wanted to make this huge game with characters that you can bank. And then everybody was triggered because you could bank a lot of characters in a lot of crazy games, and everybody was angry. No, you cannot bank at all on games, and it's a lot of bullcrap.
Yeah.
Stop following tendencies. Stop following what other people is doing. Try to make your own. Don't break your game. And if you are responsible for the beginning of the current apocalypse, you should be smacked.
Oh, speaking of that, have you seen the Karen trailer yet?
Oh, don't talk to me
Oh,
about that.
fucking
Oh my
hell. That
God.
movie is going to be so
That
hilarious.
will bomb so badly and deservedly, but
No, I will say this, and VW agreed with me last night because you were there, somebody. Dude, I did this, Matt did this. This is gonna become the next Room movie. I'm telling you this now.
Yep.
yeah.
It's gonna become that they literally were trying. I think this, and we even said this last night. We thought that somebody went on to IMDb or any of these like other sites and they looked up racism, and then they looked up all the racism memes, and like every single meme that any of us, like me, Pablo, or 70s, or all the memes are in that trailer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, there is no fucking way you're in. And then,
Okay, this is
somebody-
what
Go
I
ahead.
think is going to happen. It's going to be the kind of movie like Saw or like Paranormal Activity that is cheap to make. It gets a lot of attention, and then you will have a full-on industry trying to make white ladies scary, and it will be hilarious to watch the world burn.
Yeah, it will burn. And it's the funny thing is that this the Karens I've encountered in real life are all to a one. They've all been screaming liberal progressives, not white nationalist supremacist racists.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah.
Hey, do you know she doesn't like black people? What?
Yeah.
But I'm black. Dude, that
Just-
trailer.
it's
I've even got some of the
so-
lines memorized already. I'm like,
Because it's so funny.
and did you know, Pablo? Did you notice that? I'm just saying this, and we said this last night. I was like, that isn't a house. And here, there's even one part where these crazy people. There are 6 of these people, and they invite Karen into this person's house. Matt said this. A bunch of everybody in the panel. Why would you invite that person into your house
I know.
if you know they're gonna start some shit?
Okay,
Yeah.
this is the thing. They are taking two kind of tropes and they are mixing them up.
Yeah.
First of all, you have the nice neighborhood where everybody will bring you a casserole to present
Yeah.
themselves. That is something that is Americana, pure Americana in the real world.
Yes.
I don't know if that happens, but in
Dude,
the rest of the world,
I've lived, for a long time. Whenever we moved to the neighborhood, we've never got any casseroles or any people.
If-
They just say hi and welcome to the neighborhood, and that's it.
if your
Yeah.
neighbor brings you a casserole here in Ecuador, when you move to any place, the first thing that you will think about is these have drugs, so I will be
Mhm.
out and they can take my stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, especially if they give you drinks or some shit, don't drink that shit,
Yeah,
homie.
you
Like,
know
Yeah, but
you're in
this, I
fucking
think
danger.
you've made a point there though, which is that this is a very, these films are very American-centered
Oh,
Hollywood
oh, and did you
set of
notice
ideas.
last
They
night,
don't
Sid?
but
appeal to the
then
rest of
get
the
this.
world.
No, wait. Get this. Okay, the ones that are being American are the neighbors, are
Mm.
the different people, you know, the brown people and the black people and the Asian people. Those are the ones that are being American. She's the one being anti-American.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yes.
She is the one with cameras. She is the one making people miserable by using the law against them. Okay, she is the one that looks like a commie, and the people that are the normal people, the full-on American people, are the brown people.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is a parody. This is a
Well,
fucking
it seems
parody.
like it.
Oh,
If you
I
want,
said that
it's
too. You know.
but it's like the thing we were talking about earlier with the Q Force thing. It's if you set out to make a parody, then that's what it would look like.
Mhm.
You know, so it's like almost like, are we being trolled here? Is this really what it appears to be, or are they actually? Is it someone taking a gigantic fucking piss, taking the piss out of everybody? Because it just seems like constructed in a way that makes it like a parody.
Hollywood is a parody. It's a
It
mental
is.
parody of the
Yeah.
universe. They whatever is real on the universe, think about a parody and they believe that.
Well,
Okay,
they've
just
become
think
a
about
yeah,
Scientology.
yeah, and they're
Sci-
so it's all these are all American political obsessions that just do not play in vast areas of the world. Do not play there. They'll be like, "What the fuck is this all about?"
But
You know?
that's the kind of shit that you normally think about when you
Yeah.
are fucking high as shit or you are drunk as shit. You don't know what the hell you are talking about, and you start with the kind of stuff that these people spew. That's the fun part. That's the weird
Mm,
part. You normally will think that, I don't know, even if they are only for the money, they will be thinking about the best way to get money, right? And if they are for the ideology, they will be thinking about the best way to move the
yeah.
ideology. Instead, what you are seeing is people that they are not peddling the ideology, right? They are not getting money. There's something else. They are high as fuck and drunk as fuck, and they don't give a shit anymore. And
Mm,
they are making this because there's no
Yeah.
other way that people could be that stupid to try to make everything look like a parody of what they are trying to do.
yeah.
Star
I mean,
Wars is a
And
we
it looked.
shouldn't.
I go ahead.
No, I
Sorry.
was going to say we shouldn't also forget that old saying about never put down to malice, which could be described, which could be just sheer stupidity, you know,
yeah.
or ineptness, or they're just not very good at what they do. These people, they're not very good at it.
And
not-
I even said this last night. It looked like um not in it was in Living Color. It looked like an episode from in Living Color
Yeah.
too.
It
Like,
did of them making fun of something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, it'll fail miserably, and it'll certainly fail overseas miserably. I would imagine outside of America. So we'll see. But yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's further
it's gonna
nail in the coffin for Hollywood.
it's gonna be the next room. Like,
Yeah, is that the Brie
seriously.
Larson room you're talking about?
No,
Mm.
no, the room. And you know, I love the room. Okay, if I could, I will have photographs of spoons around my home. Only because that stupid movie, because it's stupid, it's fully on stupid. At the end, when the main character kills himself, the kid, instead of crying his name, is crying the name of the actor, and they left that in
That's
the
right.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's bad. Yes, that's.
Okay,
I had a little bit of the editor should have caught that. Yeah, caught
I
that.
love that movie. And okay, there's another movie that some people give me shit for loving it. Some people don't give me shit, rather agree with me in some strange way. Napoleon Dynamite is an amazing movie.
Oh yeah, it's a funny movie. It's awesome.
It's not only funny, it's artistically good. And this
Yeah,
is
it is.
why it takes normalcy to the next level. This is not a movie that is trying to make everything amazing. It's a movie that downplays the most amazing shit that you can ever imagine. There's this guy that has a llama as a pet in the middle of the United States. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. Okay? That's wacky as shit. And he feeds the fucking llama a casserole.
Casserole, yes.
He's like,
And
sweet.
is one of the most mundane scenes in the planet. He is annoyed by the llama not eating the casserole.
Mm.
And then,
Let us
when his brother that has his black, he talks about his girl, and then he's like, "Yeah, my girl." And then his brother starts acting real, and he's like, "Come here, give daddy some sugar." And I was like, "Oh, come on."
So that reality is a reality where
Mm.
normalcy has set up so deep that the most amazing stuff that you can ever imagine to happen happens, and
Yeah.
it's just normal. It's like, yeah, shit, that's normal. I don't give a crap.
Sorry, just to interrupt. That the Gamer Poop Manslayer is the channel. They have been making new videos recently. So
I don't know
Nice.
why.
Yeah.
I wonder why I
Cinema
haven't seen
Sacro
it.
is doing new videos.
there's cyberpunk stuff. There's still more Mass Effect stuff. Some of it looks quite funny. I'm gonna have to look at that later.
You know what channel I haven't seen in a long time and I kinda miss?
What?
The Completionist.
Yeah, that's. I wonder what happened there. Yeah.
Uh,
The
Yeah,
completionist.
after they deleted the old videos and they had some. I know there's a lot of shit that happened behind cameras with Greg and they lived and. But then he decided to make a legal move to get all the videos that feature his voice removed. And the
There's
channel
still
just.
the completionist channel is still around if it's the
Yeah.
same one. Yeah.
But it got boring. It got.
Yeah. So yeah, it's some stuff in there
So-
I'm not interested in.
so Pablo, I wanted to say, so we can close it out because pretty soon we
Yep.
gotta.
T-shirt
What
is
did you
great.
want to say about Windows? What
Okay,
was your main
this is
point you
my
wanted to
main
make?
factor about Windows. It will be a lot of shit. I have the release that it was leaked. I have it. I have been testing it in a virtual machine, and it will be a lot of shit. So
Oh, I know.
upgrade it after the 6th or 7th month. No, not sooner. Before
Oh
that,
shit! I would even say a year or two. Fuck that.
yeah.
Mm.
And before that, you will have full support. And if they make this crazy stuff that if you upgrade, you get Windows free, that is limited time instead of for life, just upgrade. You will get the license on their servers. Downgrade back to Windows 10. You will still have your Windows 10 license and keep Windows 10 for a couple of. Yeah, I will say, yeah, maybe a year is good on that. Other than that, man, I cannot believe that this is the first time that I'm not mixed on the whole release schedule in Ecuador. This is the first time I'm not book testing, I'm not sending any kind of report, or I'm not covering the launch of an operating system. And it's kind of good to be out of that world, to be honest. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just. They're trying like. Windows is trying to be like Apple now, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
and that worries me a lot. So-
This brings something that I was saying about right to repair and what's going to happen. Windows will, well, not Windows, Microsoft in the future may start building machines.
Yeah, that worries me a lot. So
You know why? Compatibility issues.
yeah.
They are getting too many compatibility issues and they have to make legacy a lot of machines. At one point, they will
Well,
say enough.
I will say this: if they would do fucking their the system better, not the computer, their
Mhm.
software, there wouldn't be no compatibility issues if they would
Exactly.
actually do it right instead of fucking off and doing it half-ass. There would be no compatibility issues because people that out here like me, you, and other people are smart enough to fix that shit if they see some shit. Just make the operating system work decently. That's it. Don't give us any of
There's
these stupid bells and whistles that you think we want that we really don't want.
there's
Seriously.
there's developers in Microsoft that has been trying to make this right for a long time.
Yeah,
You know
Windows
why
is
this shit?
bloatware.
Yep.
It's just bloated.
Yeah, that's the reason why I love
Sorry,
7
Pablo.
and XP.
Mhm.
It wasn't bloated to death. 10 is
Yeah.
bloated to death with
It
bullshit.
is.
Yeah, it is.
It's full
There's
of
a tool
crap,
that you
yeah.
can download to remove all the bloatware, and it's a lot of shit. But it's only because the people that want to get the money, the people that want to get the data, go to the developers. You need to make this happen, and we need to get this information on our server. But that will delay the
I'm just like,
compatibility
just
of
give me
this.
the operating system and none
Exactly.
of this extra added bullshit.
Exactly. I don't need the extra shit. That's why you download and install other apps.
Yeah.
Is no longer a viable business because they
But-
have transformed the digital market so much that people are accustomed to products as a service, and that's
Mm.
shit. They want to be paying for a long time or get it for free instead of making one payment and you have the license and you have your PC.
Yeah.
That's what you
I
need.
love that. You pay one time, you get it for life, you're good.
That I
Exactly.
prefer. I do that
Yeah.
all the time with stuff that I
Yeah.
really like. Yeah. If I can pay once now, I'm done. That's great.
Yeah,
I'll keep
that's what
using
I
it.
do. too.
Yeah. And
Instead of paying off 20 months for an Xbox or a TV or a computer, or
Yeah.
something, just buy it outright instead of
Exactly.
just because you're going to be paying more in the long run. Like, just buy it
Yeah,
out
the
once.
other thing that annoyed me about Windows is that, I mean, it was always quite bad, but at least I was used to the control panel and I understood my way around all that stuff, and I could get in behind the cover, under the covers there. And then they went and changed it all to this weird
Mhm.
new settings that I still to this day don't like. The new settings screens for
Oh,
Windows.
you mean all the settings that they tried to hide in the
Yeah,
advanced
I just
menu and
always
shit?
go straight into control panel because it's
Me
still
too.
there. Yeah,
Yes.
I hate all the other settings stuff.
No, the other
It's
settings
horrible.
are too limited, and
Yeah.
to be honest, Windows 10 will remove a lot more because they have been. This is the issue. Windows NT, the basis for the operative systems that we have had to this point, is too old and has a lot of issues. So they have been trying to make this secondary under the hood management system. And if you have seen the MSI installers, they don't go to
Yes.
the normal NT system. They go to the other system, and they are fully on Microsoft installing packages.
I've got those because I've got an MSI motherboard right now.
No,
a new one.
no about the brand. There's a package file when you get installers for some applications. You
Yeah.
will see instead of being .exe.
Oh, the .msi. Sorry,
Yeah,
yes,
is
understood.
.msi.
Yeah,
Is
with you.
Microsoft installer, and is another platform completely different from the NT platform that they have been using as the basis for every operating system since Windows NT,
Mhm.
since what you will call Windows XP on the consumer market.
Yep.
But this is the issue. They cannot do that fully because they don't know how. There's structures on Linux that you can use, but that make you quite unfortunate when you want to execute all stuff. And they are still patching that. That's why you can actually install Ubuntu inside of your Windows installation.
I've done that. Yes, I've done that.
By the way, hello, Dance Linton girl.
Islington girl, what's up?
Islington girls here. Woo!
Hey.
Yeah.
I
So
feel honored.
that is the reality there. They cannot modify the operating system like they want because they still have the issues with NT being the basis of what most consumers use, and they want to go away from that. And Windows 10 takes a lot from there. It kills a lot of functions on the Explorer, on the administration software that you normally use. You have the Archive Explorer and everything, the Data Explorer, but it also handles a lot of the things that you normally do. Even the task administration is done by that, but they cannot remove that. They tried with Aqua and with no, it was not Aqua. It was Aqua. The basis for Metro, it was Aqua. That
Isn't the girl gave us all sandwiches?
I know.
She's so nice.
Hey,
Thanks, Les.
I know.
Thank you very
She's
much.
so awesome. She gives us sandwiches.
She is. She
So-
raises the tone of any stream that she's chatting in.
yeah.
She
Mhm.
raises us up.
That will be my main issue with Windows. Give me back Windows Vista. Windows Vista was a lot of shit, but I will agree that Windows 7 with Windows Vista used the main Aqua. Windows 7 used the full Metro Aqua. It was great for that. There was a lot of issues with security, but Windows 7 was the best shit you could ever get for your machines.
Wasn't
Other
bad,
than
yeah.
obviously going for Linux, and Linux is best.
Nowhere near as
always.
good as Windows 2000, of course, but
I have still around my disk for Windows Millennium. I never opened it.
Millennium, yeah.
I had the original license for Windows Millennium, and I
Mm.
prefer to bootleg Windows 98.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I love the 98. I said 95,
Yeah, they were
98
fine.
were my. They were good, and then
Yeah.
XP and 7 were good.
Yeah. I just kind of stick with them because I'm so used to Windows now. I mean, I do play about with Ubuntu and other things, but
Yeah.
I'm just so used to it, you know.
Okay, this is the reality on Windows 11 that you will see. Google defeated Microsoft,
Mm.
and you will see clearly on the operating system how much they are taking from Chrome
Going
OS.
Chrome, are they? They're going a Chrome direction.
Yeah, and you know why? Chrome OS destroyed the competition, being the software that they use on the schools on the United States
Because
and Canada.
Edge sucks.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
But also because the Chromebooks are so damn cheap, and they
They're
have
cheaper,
the
much cheaper,
automatic
yeah.
systems integrated, because they have the Google Docs, they have Google Spreadsheets, they have Google Presentations, they have everything. So going for Microsoft Office is useless. Also, there's no version for Chrome OS, but
I miss
the
7
machines
too.
with Chrome OS are stupid cheap. And I mean it, they are stupid cheap. They do a lot of what you need to do. So the students are getting them for school. And that's changing how much students know about technology. That's changing how much students think about using Google instead of using Microsoft. So Microsoft now has to catch up with Chrome OS because they lost a full-on generation being the snob twats they are. And I mean it.
Is
They
there
lost.
Yeah,
a
they did.
button on the Chrome OS for activate global overlord?
No, but there's a few issues that I'm seeing with data handling that I still need to check really good before I say what I think they are doing, because I don't want any legal repercussions here. But I don't like something that I saw, and setting up a Pi-hole with a lot of restrictions will be advisable if you are using Windows.
I wish we could go back to the DOS days. I like DOS.
Oh,
was
Yeah,
good at
I
DOS.
just want 7 and all that stuff.
I was
I
good at
have
DOS.
an IBM 5150, the first IBM for household consumption.
Yeah.
It
I
still
used to use
runs.
one of those. Yeah.
it still runs. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I had the DOS and the shell, and then the shell stuff, and it was great. I used to know all the tricks on those. They
And
were really
Ash,
good.
Windows 98 was just one of the most beautiful pieces of software you have ever seen. It's art, it's full on art. You have
Mhm.
no idea how much they refine even the driver handling, because normally on the processors for that time you will have no multitasking, no real multitasking. You will do a stopper on the software, so every function will run on the same time but one after another. That's why you have a lot of memory issues, because normally you will have something that is not on cache anymore, and you will have a full-on memory overflow. But that's nor here nor there. The real thing is that what they did on the level of software to make a processor, and we are talking on the age of before even Pentium, to handle multitasking is just perfect. And as a
Mm.
developer, I see that and I move to tears on the level of quality,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
just sheer amount of work
You
they
wouldn't be the
did.
first person who'd cried over Windows, but that's.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Hey, Pablo, we got to end the show because I
Yep.
got to get over to. Are you
Oh,
going to go be over there today too?
Where are you
yeah,
headed?
I will go
Okay,
soon.
we're
First, I
going
need
over
to.
to T-shirt because T-shirt's going to start his stream.
Yeah,
I might
So-
I
join you
need
there
to
later,
go.
but I'm going to pop into Shellback and watch the end of the anime stuff he's doing right now. So,
Okay.
although secretly
Nice.
I've had it on in the background.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone, we have Shellback and we have
T-shirt.
T-shirted historian. I will be going to T-shirted historian.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's write. Let's do Team Marine. I don't know if Team Marine is something that you do in the United States. Just see, throw a coin or something. But let's write T-shirted historian. I will be going there. Thank you very much for being around here. Yeah, do you want to plug something?
Oh yeah. Tomorrow is going to be a very special mystery stream. Pablo's going to be there because he is part of the archivist now.
Oh yeah.
70s is going to be there too if he can get away from the
Indeed, I'm
boss.
archivist adjacent.
Yeah, he's archivist. You know,
I'm in the side room.
he's in the side room because I already got bitched at. We're bringing too many people into the main group.
Exactly. Gotta do it
Okay,
gradually.
he's still on index managing.
Yeah,
That's right, yes.
he's in the next room over. So basically 70s is, but he's in the next room over.
You guys
so.
are sitting eating at the booth, and I'm still at the counter.
Yeah, so he is like so. But yeah, all three of us are going to be there tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Arizona time. We're gonna have a cool thing tomorrow. I can't say anything for it now. We'll say it. I'll say for it later on. So, but I'm gonna put it up for later on tonight. So it's just cool, and all three of us are gonna be there. So, and it how would I say that? It's gonna be reminiscent of Rift Tracks and Mystery Science Theater. If you guys
Nice.
like that stuff, you're gonna love this. So
Okay, and
Cool.
that 70s, Brian, tell us.
Hello.
Yep.
I am currently working on a video of another one of my underlooked bands videos. I'm determined to finish it this weekend. Going back to work has really interrupted my YouTube activities. So that'll be getting done this weekend, and then I'll get back to another sci-fi book video. Greg Bear's Eon is going to be my next one. That will be a slightly longer video than they normally are because that one's a very thick book. So
You
rereading it
like
again
him
is
thick.
rereading it again is taking me a little bit of time. So yeah, and I'll be hanging out. I'll be with you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you all around. And yeah, thanks for having me on again.
Okay, so let's go with the intro and see you next time.
Goodbye to the chat. Cheers, everybody.
It is ma'am.
It is, ma'am. Let's go.